Howdy guys, Cub here, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we played the Red Sky Bay of Pigs prank on Mr. Joe Hills, which is why we're still wearing the pig head. And so thank you guys for all the epic support on that prank. Really enjoyed making it, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it as well. And so, this episode guys, we're going to sort of switch gears now that our pranking has been done. We need to get some things established here on the server. So we got our witch farm up here, and this has actually now solved the problem of gunpowder production. So you see we got gunpowder and redstone and glowstone and sticks and bottles and sugar and spider eyes, things like that. So yeah, this witch farm has been producing quite well. Yeah, definitely back and working once again. So we got it up and going, full steam ahead. So we got the gunpowder portion of this. We need gunpowder for rockets, but the other half of the equation is still unsolved. We still do not have a sugarcane farm. So I think that's what we do today. So let's go ahead and head on back to our base. And by the way, guys, I also had a poll in the last episode about what we should do with our little Nether Hub network here. And the overwhelming majority of you guys, I think like 75% of you who voted, wanted to see a mini Nether Hub. So you didn't want to see like themed tunnels, you wanted to see like a little Nether Hub in this region back here. I'm not going to throw a pearl through the portal because that will glitch out and I'll be sent thousands of blocks away. But right here, you guys wanted to see a mini Nether Hub. A lot of you guys commented saying I should call it the Cub Hub, which was fantastic. So yeah, we might also try to knock out a color palette for this today. And I think maybe make it like the scale of this room here. This seems like a good scale for a mini Cub Hub, if you will. So, yeah, let's go ahead and head back through the portal. I'm going to dump off some of the pink wool from our pig prank. And we will get started on today's episode. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so, currently, what do we have for a sugarcane farm? Well, we don't have too much. We just got this manual farm that I threw together really quickly out here by the villager trading area. But this thing has to go because I want the trading hall to eventually, you know, come around to this side so that it's surrounding you on 3 sides. And yeah, we don't want to have a sugarcane farm in the center of this. But I do want to sort of keep, I think I want to keep the sugarcane farm on this side of the Mushroom Island. So the general idea I'm going for with this, I'm thinking I want plants and things to be farmed on this half of the island over here generally. And then we'll have animal farms and everything over on this side where the sheep farm is. So this is where I have the sheep currently residing, right over here. So that's sort of the general plan. Then we'll have, you know, mob farms surrounding us. And so we have, you know, the witch farm down that way, iron farm out that way. And we'll probably have, you know, a mob farm eventually out in the ocean somewhere, as well as the Ocean Monument here, and I have other plans for this area as well, which you guys will see in the future. So, we got to move this sugarcane farm, to make a long story short, is the moral of the story. So, we got to move it, so let's just go ahead and tear it on up here. We'll just take out all the sugarcane that currently resides here. Alright guys, so I found a location for a sugarcane farm, and it's actually right behind the trading center down the hill. So, right here is where we're going to put our sugarcane farm. There's 2 reasons for this. One is that we can easily ship the sugarcane over to the trading hall to be made into paper, to be traded away. And the other reason is that it's somewhat close to our base, right over right there. And that means that the sugarcane will grow passively as we are in the area. So those are the reasons we're going to put it right here. Now, let me show you the design we're going to go with. So let me just make like a little mock-up here. First of all, I want to just note here that you can't actually use dirt for this. Well, you could use dirt for this, but probably not good for this biome because, as I'll just demonstrate right here real quickly, if we put sugarcane on dirt here in the mushroom biome, mycelium will still grow onto this dirt, and then the sugarcane will actually pop off once the mycelium grows. So we should probably see that any moment now. The mycelium will just grow into the dirt, and then the sugarcane will pop off because you can't place sugarcane onto mycelium, as you can see here. Trying to place it, and it just doesn't place. So instead, what we'll be using is grass in this farm. We could also use sand, but sand requires an extra block, so we're not going to do that. So let's just go ahead and put that down, and then our sugarcane will be right there. Very good. Okay, so let me show you guys one of the traditional observer block sugarcane farm designs, and why we're not going to be using that one. So let me just get out some dirt here, and we're going to go ahead and place down, let's see, let's do it like right, yeah, there you go. Yep, you see the sugarcane popped off of that. Same thing will happen to that one eventually, so we might as well just get rid of it now. But that's why we're not using dirt here, we're using grass. So this one, let's go ahead and I'll show you one of the traditional designs for a observer-based sugarcane farm. So usually you have like a piston here, and then let me get out some redstone stuff. We'll have some observers, we'll have some dust, some activator rails, and I think that should be good for now. We'll also need these eventually. So yeah, basically, usually designs like this look something like this, and so what this is a modular sugarcane farm design. So yeah, basically whenever a sugarcane grows, the observer detects the growth and then will output only a signal to this piston, which then breaks the sugarcane. But you'll see here the issue. So this is the issue right here. Half of the output doesn't go into the farm. And there it is again right there. So that is an issue we need to fix with this design. And the way we're going to do that is by making it so that a wall of 2 blocks comes out and breaks the sugarcane instead of just the piston arm. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and build our sugarcane farm now. This design that we're going to build is going to be 100% lossless and also has only 4 blocks per layer. It was initially built by a guy called GT Experience, but I've slightly modified the design so that it is easily stackable. So let's go ahead and build this. Basically all we need is 1 piston for each layer. So it's very resource cheap. The only thing you really need a lot of is slime blocks, which we have. So there's our piston. It's going to control the entire harvest of this layer. And we're going to have some slime blocks attached to it. We're going to have 6 slime blocks here in total, just like that. Then we're going to have 6 normal blocks right along the top as well. And these will basically make a 2-high wall that will push out each and every sugarcane block so that every sugarcane, the top one and the bottom one, falls into the water stream to be collected. So that's how this farm is going to work. And yeah, now what we need is an observer to observe when the sugarcane grows. So whenever this becomes 3 tall, we want it to push, tell this piston to push out and activate the farm. So to do that, we're going to have a block here. We'll have a observer facing into that block. And so now this will observe whenever the sugarcane grows, which you just saw there. So you might think we can just hook up the observer to the piston. However, if we do that, let me just sort of show you here what happens if we were to just hook it up like this. So if we do this and then we get out, let's say like a repeater here, and then put some dust on this, you'll see the problem pretty much immediately. That's a problem. That's a big problem. So it makes a clock. And actually we need to have this be back. There we go. So we need to basically fix that. So we need some redstone behind this observer so that it only outputs the signal to the piston when the sugarcane grows initially. So to do that, we are going to break these blocks here. And we are going to use our handy dandy stone bricks that I always use for redstone. So this is going to come out like this and like this. And then we'll have something like that going on. Very good. And so we basically need to smooth over the signal from when this sugarcane grows. Because otherwise the observer will detect this block when it moves to here and also when it moves back to there. So we're going to have some dust here. We're going to have a repeater here on 1 tick, repeater here on 3 ticks, and then dust there and there. Then we'll need a dropper facing upward right here. We'll need a hopper. Let's see, where's a hopper at? Right here, hopper facing downward. Put 1 item into the dropper, and then we're going to take the output from the hopper, and we will put that into our piston. So we'll have block there, and a comparator right here. And then we just need a block right here with dust on it, and then a block right there. And so now this thing should detect whenever there's a sugarcane that grows in this slot here. We can just test that out. Yep, there we go. You saw it right there. It just pulsed once and then went right back to the initial state. Fantastic. So now we just need to contain all the sugarcane because we don't want this to happen. We don't want sugarcane being launched halfway across the map. So all we have to do now is just fill this in with immovable blocks on the corners here. And also we should probably fill in some immovable blocks down here as well. Just like that. And let's see, let's just fill this up so that it's high like that. And then we can put glass on these levels here. So let's just quickly do this. We are gathered here today to remember Cubcam, because the second computer just went down, guys. I was planning to do a little bit of a time-lapse of this, just me building it up, but unfortunately, my second computer finally went down. So, about a year ago, I got this new computer. Actually, I think a little over a year ago now. I got this new computer that I'm recording on currently, but the second computer has been just still trugging along, and it finally gave out today, guys. It finally gave out today, so unfortunately, what that means is that there will not be a time-lapse for this farm, except in first person. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just do the first-person time-lapse right now. So, guys, I was planning to do a whole time-lapse of this in first person, but as you can tell, the footage is a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic, and basically every single layer is the same. So I'm just going to do one layer here real quick. So basically just fill in the water, fill in the movable blocks, then you go ahead and put down some of the torch tower, put the piston down, put the slime blocks down, blocks on top of the slime blocks, fill in the side so no water can come down when it activates, and then just basically build up the side, continue up the torch tower, put down your glass, and then you're basically done. Just put down the sugarcane, and then, yeah, of course, go and get some more stuff, and then, yeah, just repeat that process. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So, yeah, let's move on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here's our sugarcane farm rising out of the ground over here, and it's looking pretty good, I think. The colors are really, really popping out, which I like. Got the lime green concrete and the leaves everywhere here, and we got 16 total layers now. So 16 layers with a total of 6 per layer, and then each sugarcane itself, when harvested, can yield up to 2. So we get about 150 to 200 sugarcanes per harvest, which is about, 3 plus stacks of sugarcane per harvest. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I think this will serve our purposes for now, although I'm kind of wanting to make another one. You know what? Let's go ahead and make another one. I want to make 2. So I'll have one tower here and then another tower here. So it'll be the Towers of Sweetness or something like that. Who knows? Oh, there we go. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All the way down, and then all the sugarcane rains down here, falls into the water stream, and then it should collect up in here. So, yeah, we'll see how much we got here. Looks like we got about 2.5 stacks, probably, which is 128, 150 some. Actually, more than that, it seems. Yeah, a little bit more than that. So about, 2.5, almost 3 stacks. So pretty decent haul. Let's just wait until this whole thing filters through, and we'll see how much we got. So we ended up with a total of 2 3/4 stacks of sugarcane, which is a little bit on the low side because of the fact that we planted the upper sugarcane much later than the bottom. So the bottom ones had a bigger head to start on the growth. But now that it harvested once, we should have everything now growing at the same rate. So that is fantastic. And yeah, now I think it's time to start to build the second farm. So I think I'll build the second farm right here beside it. So we'll have a tower here and then a tower right here. And then we'll have like a little collection area thing right down here, possibly with shulker boxes. So yeah, let's go ahead and build that now, and I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we now have the sugarcane towers complete. And we also sort of connected them up at the top to make it look like sort of a cool, like, modernist building a little bit. So let's fly on over there now, and Well, if we can fly, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, we can shoot right through the two towers and then turn around and see what it looks like from this side. So there we go, right there. Very nice, very nice. I like the way it looks, I'm gonna be honest. Looks really, really cool, especially from afar. And honestly, I'm not even sure if we need to do anything else aesthetically to this. Here's what it looks like from the backside close up. And then down here, we sort of connect these up here, and everything feeds into this chest here. You can see we've already collected a number of different sugarcane items down here. So, what we're going to do now, guys, we're actually going to make a system that will, first of all, box up the sugarcane into shulker boxes, and then it will allow us to ship the shulker boxes over to the trading hall on command, and then we can also throw the shulker box itself into a water stream, and that will transport it back to the shulker box storage here. So that is what we're going to do next. We're going to make that system right here. So I'll go ahead and make it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got the majority of the redstone down now for our mass storage system for our sugarcane. And what I'm doing now, I'm just going to go through and dye some shulker boxes, some empty shulker boxes. So these are all totally empty, and we're going to put them in the system and see if this thing works. And I'm hoping it does, but we'll see, we'll see. So this is a specially modified version of my... Ooh, impulse blown by a creeper. Rip, man. Dang, that's not good. That's not good. But yeah, so we're going to come over here and test this system. So this is a modified version of my shulker box storage system version 2. And so you guys probably see a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of crazy redstone and stuff back here. There's some redstone blocks and stuff. But let me sort of explain what's happening. So this right here, this is the input for our shulker boxes. So if I go ahead and dump this in here... This should be dispensed. Yep, right there. And then, yeah, you can see right now sugarcane is starting to flow in from above. So, basically, this hopper line here, this chest here, these hoppers here, and the hoppers in the back, these will load in the sugarcane. And there shouldn't be anything else in there. So let's just get whatever else is in there out. Just like that. And that also should be out. So let me just toss something away, like... Put some stuff in there. Perfect. And get that block back real quick. There we go. Okay, so sugarcane will load up into the shulker box. Now, once the shulker box becomes full of stuff, this comparator will read that it's full because it is subtracting whatever it reads from the shulker box minus the full strength of the redstone block on the side here, at which point it'll output a signal and the shulker box will be broken. Now, when the shulker box is broken, Oh man, can I get through here? Oh no. Oh, I didn't make a way through, did I? Oh god. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We made it. We made it. So when the shulker box is broken, it's going to fall into the soul sand here, at which point it's going to go into this hopper, which puts it into this dropper, and then all this redstone here just sends it back up to the chests in the front. So it'll eventually end up in this chest, and then in this chest, because this chest just leads down to this one right here. And then the sugarcane, so this will now be a full box of sugarcane. And the box of sugarcane will stay there forever unless I activate another redstone line here from the villager trading center up there. And if that happens, then it's going to go down this hopper and then to a water line. It's going to like be put into a dispenser and then shot into a water line, which is going to whisk it off and then up an item elevator to the villager trading center. And then, once we're done with the shulker box up there, like once we craft it into paper or do whatever we want with it, we're going to be able to throw it in an item stream, or water stream, and the water stream will terminate right here on this hopper. So this will be the final hopper, and so basically, we can just simulate that here. And you see it tried to place this now empty sugarcane shulker box here, but there's already one here, so it didn't. And so that is essentially how this whole system works. So if you didn't get that, don't worry about it. Just know that this box is the sugarcane, and we can call the sugarcane box over at the trading system. So that's essentially what this thing does. So I'm pretty happy with it. It looks to be working right now. Let me see. Are we still loading sugarcane? No. We're just about done loading sugarcane in. But this thing can actually hold 200,000 sugarcane before it breaks. So you might say, Cub, this is producing a lot of sugarcane. It's producing, every time this thing harvests, one side harvests, we get about 200 or so. And same with the other side, so we get about 400 per harvest. So what happens if you overflow? Like, what happens if you get too much sugarcane? Well, if that happens, that will only happen, basically what would happen is these item hoppers fill up, this item hopper fills up, this chest fills up, and these hoppers will both fill up. And if these hoppers both fill up, then the entire system shuts down, because I added a shutdown back here just in case. Just in case this should ever happen. I don't think it will, but we added a little bit of a comparator coming out the back of those top hoppers. And so if those are ever all the way full, this will output a signal, which then will turn this off. And if I break this redstone, you'll see what happens. The entire farm shuts off pretty much instantly. So at this point, yeah, it does one final harvest, and then you can see here these blocks are extended out over the sugarcane, so nothing can grow. And the same thing happens over here. So right now the farm is totally shut off. But yeah, we obviously want it to be turned on at the moment. So just wanted to sort of do that for demonstration purposes. And where's my redstone? Put this back. And now the farm is active once more, as you can see if we get to the front. So there's no chance this thing can break, I don't think. Yeah, now it's back and everything's growing again and everything's happy. All right, fantastic. So next thing we got to do is set up the thing below this. So we have to set up the the water stream that will take it to and from the villager trading center up there. I like it to sort of pop out on like a pedestal or something like that. That would be really cool. So we might look into doing something like that. So this system we just have to sort of refine and make look better. So we'll just, you know, put in some green concrete here and there. And yeah, I think we are ready to do the bottom part to do the water stream. So let me go ahead and get that going, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. And a lot of time has passed since the last update on this farm. So, I basically spent the last couple of hours designing a system that will eventually allow us to not only transport full shulker boxes from here, or from the Sugarcane Farm to this trading center here, but also will allow us to have shulker boxes like above the villagers, like up here, and allow us easy access to those items, and that will allow us the ability to trade super fast. Unfortunately, it took a lot of time to design the system, but we will be seeing that hopefully in the next few episodes. It's an amazing system. You guys are really going to like it, I'm sure. But for now, we're just going to have the transport system, which is what I've designed here. And also, I've made this sort of expandable / modular by adding a selector system here. So right here, let me just show you real quickly. We got a basic selector, so we just use activator rails and sticky pistons with redstone on there. So we can still get another villager by hitting this button, but now we can also get a full shulker box of sugarcane by flicking this lever down. And so we are actually going to test this system right now. So let me just go ahead and we will make our way over to here and slide on down in here. Alright, so let's see if we have any shulker boxes yet. We do not. Okay. So in here, yeah, we have one shulker box almost full. So when this is full, this will eventually break. And when it breaks, it's going to be transported down into this chest right here. And I can just simulate that by grabbing a few of these other shulker boxes. So just put those in there, because that's where they will eventually end up. Now, once it ends up in here, basically what we want to see, we want to be able to call these, which is what the lever up there already does. So once we hit the lever, I just want to show you what happens here. Once we hit that lever up there, this torch will go off, which unlocks this hopper, which means these shulker boxes will now flow down. And there's a smart dropper down here, which basically just drops everything into a water stream, which goes out this way. And then that hooks up with a item elevator, which should bring the now full shulker boxes once these are actually get broken from here. I should bring that up to the surface at the Villager Trading Center. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if that happens. So, we make our way over here. Just hop on up this thing. And like I said, we'll build the super fancy automated animation stuff next time with the big item elevator and the minecart and a whole bunch of crazy stuff here. It's going to be sweet. But for now, we're hoping to see 3 shulker boxes after I flick this lever. So it shouldn't take too long. That should probably be enough, to be honest. So we should see 3 shulker boxes show up right here in the center. And wait for it. Wait for it. There's 1, 2, 3. Hooray! All right, sweet. So that worked. So once these are full, we'll have, all sugarcane in here, and we can, trade this away and whatnot. And then we also want to have a way to send them back. So this is actually the way to send them back. And let me just do this real quickly here. Hoping that this doesn't fall in. All right, fantastic. And let's see, we're going to need to break this as well. And let's see, can we do this too? Yeah, okay, cool. So let's just put this dropper facing downward right there. And we'll put this back right there. And fill that in. Okay, cool. So now this is how we put the shulker boxes back. So if I put these back here, we should see all 3 of these disappear. And you heard a dropper down there, and now we should see these things all making their way down here. So we should see some piston action. Yep, you can hear it. Stuff's happening. And we now have 4 shulker boxes empty back in this dispenser. And actually, it doesn't really matter if we empty them out or not, because the system will automatically wait until the shulker box is totally full. So yeah, it actually doesn't really make a difference if we send these back full or not. We can send them back however we want to. And that is, the shulker boxes all came back via this water stream here. So awesome. So guys, that is both the Sugarcane Farm and the delivery system complete, although the fancy animation stuff will have to wait until next time. Also, I did not forget about the Cub Hub. We will be working on that soon. And yeah, I've actually come up with a good idea, but we're out of time for this episode, guys. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for all your continued support. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.